Hello guys, and welcome to the Store Championship in Tulsa, Oklahoma for Game of Thrones in the year of 2014. My name's Steven.
My name's Robert.
And we are here to cover what is sure to be an exciting and terrifying game because there's two Cerseis on the board here.
And don't call me Shirley.
Important to note, I'm on the right there. That's cool.
You're even wearing the same jacket.
I'm wearing the same jacket, though nobody can see
Nobody
me.
can see it. They'll have to
hear
take our word for it.
On the left is Matthew Phillips, a classic contender in this kind of an event, especially in Game of Thrones. And I believe there was, 23 contenders who began the struggle to get to the finals, and it turned out well for Matt and I. As you might imagine.
As you might imagine. And I really like how you guys color coordinated with the green and purple sleeves. Nice complementary colors there.
Yes, very important. Anyway, Matt's Black Sails deck, let's talk about that a little bit. I think the internet's seen plenty of Baratheon Black Sails. Anyone who's
crazy
playing fairly actively probably seen some Barra Black Sails running around. Steve Simonyi made the deck quite popular after Worlds this past year. He top forward with it. So it's a thing. It's a definite thing. Brightwater Man-at-Arms certainly didn't help, or I should say hurt, that deck at all.
It did not.
It did not.
That is a crazy card.
So it's about what you can expect. I think everyone builds their Black Sails, especially Baratheon Black Sails, a little bit differently. You can expect Dale. You can expect Mel Schemes. You can expect those Man-at-Arms. And then the event suite varies, but Narrow Escape, a common favorite for the restricted slot there, and it makes a lot of sense. Go grab it out of your hold whenever they're about to Valor, and then win. Because that is typically what happens with Black Sails. They're able to flood the board quite effectively.
Use that toolbox to your advantage.
I'm just running a Greyjoy No Agenda deck over here.
Nothing special. Actually, it is pretty special. Tell us about your deck.
The special thing is that it's gotten to the finals, and it's a Greyjoy deck, which is pretty phenomenal. But actually is undefeated on the day up to this final match, and it's really just kind of all of the Greyjoy elements come together in one single deck. It's got everything you might expect from winter to choke elements to aggro like Hammerhorn Raiders and Victarion. Some interesting plot choices, I think. And it's really I would call it a winter aggro deck. No agenda winter aggro. That's the best way to put it. And been working on this deck for about 4 or 5 months now.
Just tweaking here and there?
Really been tweaking. Just occasional tweaking. It's really paid off here. So I'm feeling confident going into this final match. Haven't really faced too much. Although I remember I had a really close game against Burn. Zach was playing a Burn deck. Probably the closest game of the day.
And more specifically, though, you and Matt had played a lot of games against each other leading up to this tournament. So what were you expecting going in?
Oh, look at that setup. Alanis.
Good setup.
I love Alanis. I was expecting it to be about a 50-50 shot either way because that's typically what's been happening when we're playing casually. So, this can go either way. I think this is about the ideal setup for me. I got Sam for card draw, I got Alanis for anti-card draw, and Kerwin to stop any nonsense that would affect Alanis there.
Yeah.
I believe she's an Ironborn. I can't remember. Actually, she might not be. That was before Ironborn was cool for Greyjoys, which is weird. But Kerwin's always good. He's also a really nice little Learned Crest for Windermere synergy, so I have the option at the gates first turn and have a lot of saves on the board. Oh,
good pull, Steven.
Baby! Alanis pulls a Narrow Escape. That's why this card is amazing.
That's a critical pull right there. I mean, that's his restricted card, so there's 1 out of 3 I can only assume.
1 out of 3 is gone.
Bam.
And now you can summon for Baylor, and he can't play it for the rest of the game.
Zynga. What?
I'm just saying.
So hopefully you can make it winner, right?
There are possibilities there. I've got Sam and a King's Road on the board, so you can imagine that I might be birding around.
Burden.
I'm not afraid to go get the bird first turn.
Bird.
Matt, a bold twist of fate first opening here.
When I saw that, I was very perplexed, I think is the ultimate word there.
Mm-hmm.
I was very surprised to see him lead with such a risky plot on the first turn.
Yeah, Matt'll usually do that whenever he is very confident in his ability to chain out reducers and really just take over the board. So we'll see if that's actually the case. He may have gotten overzealous here with it.
Yeah.
But in reality, I mean, what does it look like? It looks like, so first turn, usually you want your military challenge to be a military challenge. You want your intrigue challenge to be an intrigue challenge. And the only thing that Twist of Fate does is it makes your power challenge worth something.
Right.
So now you lose an extra card or an extra guy, which can be bad, but in this kind of a deck that has so many dudes and a pretty decent source of card draw and sales, it's not terribly risky. Now, if I dropped a 2-claimer, it'd be a different story, I think.
Yeah.
And I will do that rarely, but I think Matt knows by now. And the amount of bright water in your hand, I think it really has a lot to do with that Twist of Fate opening as well. It's like even just one. It's
such a great card for 2 cost.
Board dominating card. Can block and attack for nothing.
And then he's still there for dominance.
Yeah, man. He's there.
Still there. You just can't get rid of him. You gotta kneel him, maybe, if you're lucky. So already, though, he's got a lot of economy to do as you're speculating. Just flood the board, gain control, and then maintain control. Because your characters are kind of weenie-ish.
Yeah, they're awful, yeah. He starts the turn with 7 gold, and then he plays a Seed of Power, so he's looking at 10 gold on this turn, and that's without shenanigans.
Yeah, which there will be.
Probably some shenanigans. He's also just got some really good characters here, too. I can see in his hand.
Look at that. Davos. I saw Jamie, Marjorie.
Melee and Renown on that guy. And I got to say, Melee with Naval is so good.
It's very good.
There's Marjorie. So we can assume there's a Shadows card coming in.
That's average size Marge, actually. Not large.
This is late in the day also. I think Matt and I are both...
It's about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
We're both completely...
Been playing for about 6 hours already.
Thronesed out. And we know each other quite well, so you tend to relax a little bit, even though you can't really.
Just a bit.
And do you think that handful of cards?
do you think that helps you getting relaxed, staying tense?
I say that. I don't know that there's actually a relaxation going on at this point. When you're in the final, it's pretty much without a doubt. Man, look at those reducers.
Where were they on setup?
Yeah, exactly. You're playing well. You're playing your best, and it's the kind of thing you don't really want to give, like, take-backs or anything. It's like, this is a serious game.
For serious players.
For serious players. So Matt's board looks great, and he's sitting on 2 gold, which I always assume is Jamie. So I'm going to trigger Sam here to draw 2.
Perfect. Sam is great, by the way.
A lot of cards, man. Used to hate Sam. Come a long way.
Look at me now.
Look at me now. I'm not being a weirdo anymore.
So what are you thinking? What can you do with your deck that can stabilize this crazy board that Matt's laid against you?
I ultimately don't care. Oh, another Silk. Dang. Setup would have been bomb like 2 cards later.
Econ.
The thing about any deck that I'm playing is I'm going to try to run them out of cards.
That's a great card for you
Balin.
right now. Sheesh.
And I obviously have more locations, and it is winter, so that's going to help tremendously in getting some of these challenges out of here. It also makes Alanis a complete hoss, but it also means you can't into the Kneeling Man her. So
it's true.
It's a guaranteed card every turn, but you can't stand it up and abuse it. But you have Alanis plus Kingsguard. That's 2 additional cards every turn out of their hand. And then I'm looking really for Matt. I'm looking to destroy his hand and then use Alanis to take anything that he gets with Black Sails out of his hand in dominance or in standing.
So is Winter Balin there? Is he Greyjoy characters only, or is he all characters on your board?
All characters on my side of the board.
What? That is fantastic. I didn't realize that. Holy guacamole. And what good
That's
gravy.
What I'm going to do,
Yeah.
And some Ironclads for the saves.
Well, talk about spreading a good board yourself. That is pretty phenomenal.
That's what that deck can do.
Pretty phenomenal. I don't think you have much to worry about here.
But old Balin's going to be blanked by Marjorie, so...
It's true.
It ain't going to matter. Now, I could, let it be known, I could chuck Kerwin to prevent that. But... I really like having him around, and I'm not terribly concerned at this point in the game.
It's a little bit too early.
Yeah, too early. I'm really just trying to work the hand here. I'm not worried about the board so much. I've got saves.
For days.
I don't have to worry about Valor. So yeah, it's really just hand for me. I want to nuke Matt's hand.
You have saves, and he has no narrow escape.
Yes. Nuke the hand. Then worry about the board.
And he only has 1 naval icon.
Yes.
Which is very important right now.
It happens to be on a really good icon for this board, however.
That's true. Old Kerwin isn't really going to stand up to that potential injury charge.
I do remember, though, Matt was doing some weird math here. I don't know what he was on about, but I don't know if it was a straight-up mistake, but I remember very vividly this first turn that there's a naval an opportunity where I thought he was absolutely going to naval the dude in to get Black Sails to trigger, but he doesn't.
It didn't?
And
he doesn't.
I never got a chance to ask him about it, but I can only assume that he was hoping to deter all of my challenges as well, because he can come close to doing that. So we're going to take a look at what he can actually do here. Does a mill of 7.
Leading with the military. Now, you've had some commentary on the general rule of thought about leading with intrigue, then military, then power. What do you think about that in this particular case?
I think he's looking at a lot of things here. Do I kill Sam? The answer is no. I probably don't kill Sam. I don't really want to kill Kerwin. But if I do kill Kerwin, then he could potentially unoppose my things. Although he's going to be able to stealth him. I would leave with the intrigue here, personally. I think there's a temptation because Brightwater doesn't kneel to
utilize
him first, but I would leave with the intrigue. And claim 2, actually using an Iron Cliffs there.
Very uncustomary of you.
It is uncustomary. But all of those guys are so good.
They are all so good.
I know that I always have Kerwin to play into At the Gates against his Valor, so I don't really need that save right now as much as I would. And there's old Red with the intrigue challenge.
Just a whopping 2 strength. 1 strength, excuse me, against your 1 strength.
Yeah, and see here, he gets the unopposed challenge, and he does not naval into that.
Aha. I'm sure that was just a whoopsie doodle. Or I assume.
I mean, the only thing I could think of is that Corrine is contributing strength to the military challenge, but he's contributing 6.
Right.
And I have 6 on my side of the board, so it's not really gonna matter much. Unless he's also trying to. I mean, if I have to go all in on military, then I don't get a power challenge. Maybe he's trying to prevent Twist of Fate consequences here.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is reasonable.
Yeah.
But you also have to look at, I don't know, I know exactly what I'm going to do.
There's a rigmarole here. So already, and I'm sure you think about this pretty well in advance, what were you imagining to blow up with your Wintertime Marauders, assuming it goes off?
King's Road, 100% of the time.
Just going to choke them out?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Because I cannot abide losing cards. I never win initiative. I have to get his King's Road off the side of the board so that mine is working. Mine should be out right now, which I think gets corrected soon enough, but it's not good.
It's not good at all. Not good at all.
Military looks like the only challenge I can get.
Yeah.
But I can change it to intrigue.
That's true.
And as I said, nuking the hand is terribly important for me early.
All right, passing the challenges.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And I'm double checking that Black Sails is only on the attack.
That's a big stipulation. I don't know if I would have remembered that or not.
Poke the bear here, do a little intrigue challenge.
What's he going to do?
He's going to defend it.
Here we go. Oh.
Defends it with 2.
Just enough. 6 strength.
Military 6. Now it's a bit more of a softball there after.
That's true.
Crane's down. And Matt says unopposed here, and it's so confusing to me
I'm not sure why.
that I actually paused because the Brightwater doesn't kneel to defend. And so I was like, you sure that it's unopposed? And he's like, yeah, unopposed. Maybe you wanted me to have power, and that's reasonable.
Okay. That's all you need.
That's something he has been doing.
He has a reason.
From time to time.
So we're just waiting. Gonna see what happens.
We're looking at options.
All right, here it goes.
And I'm choosing intrigue as the claim. And Balin should not have renown there.
Oh, man, that's actually a pretty good poll.
Yeah. Poll economy and then there.
And
so Balin was blanked. He should not have that renown power. Just saw that.
Whoopsie doodle. Things happen.
Yeah. Luckily, I kind of know how.
It's your 7th hour of gameplay. It's understandable. All right, so now going forward.
I mean,
so
look, this looks way better.
Even board, yeah.
Right off the bat, he's got +1 gold coming in winter, which is great for me. I've got Marauders and Atlantis on the board. I
think you have the edge already.
Got card draw. He's got Jamie on card draw, but
he's got to fuel shadows to make it happen.
Summon coming in, and got to eat that wildfire. And boy, do I hate eating the wildfire.
Yep.
But you got to do it.
You've got to. And who'd he nuke? I just missed it.
Let me see. Old Red Priest.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. All right. So you're summoning.
Yeah, and I don't know what. Maybe a host here. I could summon Balin's host because Alanis is reducing it.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a Baylor to shut down the narrow escape, and it could be cold hands.
Oh, the cold hands.
The cold hands. Ye old cold hands.
His hands are very cold.
I just wanted to get Marjorie off the board. I remember that for sure.
Got to get Marge out of there.
I made some weird decisions coming up here.
Yeah, you do. But hey, we're all learners on some level.
You know, we really are. And I've played Thrones for years now, and know it pretty well. But
you know it. I know it.
Anymore, man, it is so much a game of just not missing basic things.
Exactly. Like being without mistakes.
Yeah. That's really it. And if you watch like Nationals, if you watch Top 4 and Worlds level play, these are people that are rarely making mistakes. Basic mistakes like Renown on Balin, or how does this mechanic work? Just very basic things that you have to know. And that's a lot of Thrones, honestly.
One goal too many on Matt's side, but no biggie. We'll get over it.
Yeah, look at that. See?
He had it right, and then he's like, 4 gold.
He looked at that +1.
Like we said, this is like the 13th hour of gameplay.
It's really a shame, though. We'd like it to be perfectly clean.
Perfectly clean. That way, the victory, whoever gets it, is uncontested.
Street of Silk. Knelt.
We're reducing things. Probably a unique character.
You got to do that against Baratheon, especially these days, because sometimes Matt will play that weirdo that can pay 2 gold to blow something up.
All right, so there's a Davos.
Hey, Davos.
I wonder what he would have otherwise played.
He had plenty of good character options in there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I can't remember them now.
Roll good.
I only saw them last turn.
So as we know, I've got Cold Hands coming in now. Quick bit of clarification. Also, Matt only has 2 naval icons on the board.
Correct.
And the cool thing about that is if I can take one of them away, I think I can deny him naval completely.
What?
So that's what I'm looking to do.
I take it away from you.
Street of Sisters, Econ.
Man, that's really the key to this game, I think. Cards and Econ.
That's it. I mean, if you're going to play a winter deck like this, Cold Hands, and we're going to clear that dupe there.
Whoops.
Yeah, well done. So yeah.
Whoopsie doodle.
I've been using Cold Hands to clear attachments on characters all day, and I was like, oh man, I totally forgot. And that's the kind of thing, like, you have to know that rule.
You have to know it, but something tells me that might actually pay off.
I mean, it makes the Valor look way better.
Yeah,
but it would be way better to get a naval icon off the board.
It's true.
And not just eat up my own Alanis there.
See you, Alanis. But now Alanis is protected. That's good.
She is kind of, and so it's like, well, you Valor, you're going to lose a card.
You need one less save when that Valor comes.
Yeah.
You have to look on the bright side of things. But I'm sure right now you're just flummoxed as all.
I was not happy. Yeah, I was quite furious.
Just kind of.
Because I mean, even there, take Jamie or take Marjorie.
Oh, like, anybody is better than just clearing the dupe right now.
So many great options. So many great options. So yeah, it's kind of infuriating, and I think most players find themselves in those moments where they're just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened.
You know, when those things happen, you just have to. Oh, great, the hammer horns. Shoo-wee. You got to double down and just win it, regardless.
You just got to win it,
or irregardless.
I mean, this looks good, though, if Cold Hands is used correctly.
It would look really good if Cold Hands was used correctly.
So just know that is a possibility for all the viewers out there.
And hey, you still have Wintertime Marauders and a guaranteed power challenge now.
I was talking about this to quite a few people. The genesis of this deck came out of a lot of frustration with Greyjoy. And it's like, the thing about Greyjoy is Marauders is your best card.
Yep.
You have to play it. So just play it. Force March to Sand Marjorie there. And then Marjorie leads with an intrigue, and he's going to kneel in the old Corain.
The old intrigue. Oh, the Spar. One of the most hated cards in the Greyjoy
Claims
Pantheon.
the Spur and Trigger and Black Sails. Boy, the Spar would put a real hurt on this board, too. It's a shame to not get him in.
It's like a light choke deck already.
Yeah, and that's kind of, I think that's where Greyjoy plays right now.
Because you can nuke the Econ, you're going to -1 gold for everything just because it's winter, and Spar is just twisting the knife a little bit.
Essentially, you're not bothering with Ice Fisherman, you're not bothering with Kraygorn, and that's basically it. You're really not bothering with Support of the Kingdom. Basically, all the winter choke, I would call like shtick cards, good only in specific instances and only in a winter choke deck against certain decks, are out. And instead, it's all the good Greyjoy cards plus all the good Greyjoy winter cards. Which is, it turns out, they share a lot of similarities.
That Balin really put him over the top.
That Balin, I really undervalued him in our unboxing. I will say that.
I'd take it back if I could.
I'd take it back. Rewind.
But hey, I mean, such is life.
Yeah.
We take lots of things back.
Such is life.
That 4th donut we had for breakfast this morning.
I really hope I didn't street his sisters before I played Cold Hands. I'm pretty sure I did it after, but that would be embarrassing. I still have the 1 gold, but...
Yep. Whoops.
In case anyone's at home watching saying, hey...
For those of you taking notes at home, is he going to get that narrow escape that he really
I don't know that there's one in there.
I just saw one. He passed it.
Is there one? Okay.
Rafting Storm.
Man, he has got...
Preston. Look at all those guys.
A hold full of dudes.
Birds, Powers, more Preston, Distinct Master. There's an arrow escape. What?
Oh, now he's hiding it from us.
Uh-huh. You can't look.
Matt.
These are my cards. All right, he's made a decision. It looks like he might have pulled an arrow escape just now. I can't make certain of that.
It's kind of like a security blanket, narrow escape is. But at the same time, like, you know I'm not going to Valor in the next 5 turns unless your board gets significantly better. So
yeah,
what's the point of narrow escape?
What if he Valors?
I mean, he could eat like a 2-claim Hammerhorn military here, then try to narrow escape my hand out. But
that would be interesting.
Yeah, it's like my hand's not exactly winning any awards here. I got 1 card.
My 1 card, which I'm saving to discard for that narrow escape. That
which, man, oh, by the way, it took me a long time to not care as much about having a million cards in my hand. But there's something to be said for Greyjoy being the house that can do it, because it's a sticky house.
It is.
You can just kind of stick around the board, not really lose anything, and take out a couple dudes every turn, take out some econ.
It's a real sticky house. It's real sticky.
I think Matt got Dale.
Dale?
So he's gonna use Dale to pump up his side of the board. I think he probably ran through the same equation I did. It's like, well, he has no reason to Valor. If Dale's not out here giving me 1,000 reducers a turn.
Oh, man, old Dale. So he's got a Fiery Kiss, RQF. Couldn't see what else he had. And what are you holding in hand right now?
16 strength military challenge.
Shoo.
I wanted to see my enemies burnt before me. I don't know if that's the best thing to do, but it was the most appropriate thing to do, given that, I mean, I need 2 challenges. Why not throw them all down?
Claim 1.
Cold Hands will come in for 5, no problem.
Are you going to nuke that gold location?
Oh, yeah.
It's the only option, I know.
Matt's got to claim 1 because Hammerhorn.
Oh, man, the King's Road, saving the day. What an awesome location.
Yeah, just melee there, saving.
RQFC.
Love getting that out of there.
Now he has none benefit for the econ.
And power.
Which is a scary situation.
Yep.
You have to be immediately terrified when you have no economy support, because you're a Valor away from disaster. Absolute disaster. Oh, it's the 3rd or 4th turn, and I have no board. Wah, wah. And look at you over there. Econ for days. So, if I were a betting man, or an armchair general, or any of those things, I would say that the tide is turning here. It's
weird how unceremoniously it seems to turn in these games. You just kind of stick around. But look at that. Those are 4 of the best characters Greyjoy can play on the board right there.
Oh, yeah. Shoo. If you got another Marauders out. Not that you need it right now, because there's nothing to nuke it with.
That's the thing. And you will get into this. It's like, heaven forbid a Greyjoy player complain about this, but it's like, yeah, sometimes Marauders aren't good because there's nothing to nuke. Yeah. We must be having problems then, huh?
Iron Island's problems, man.
There's nothing to nuke.
What are we supposed to raid?
All right, so I already have summoned. So this is going to be about solidifying the board, and the next plot I think will be an interesting choice for me. I honestly don't know what I would play looking at this.
Me either, man. I anticipate a Valor.
There can't be one on my side.
But you have all the saves, man.
Oh, but there's no reason.
I know.
There's absolutely no reason to Valor.
But still.
That's a Greyjoy problem. And a lot of Greyjoy players think like that, and they lose.
Uh-huh.
And I was doing that for a long time, and I was losing. And then it's like, why am I Valoring if I don't need to?
I don't think Matt has many good plot options right now.
He should probably go get something from his hold.
Yeah, just play that reinforcements and
go get a character or something.
Call it a day, or spring for that narrow escape while he can.
I don't know. Well, he should have got narrow escape of Black Sails. I think reinforcements is only characters. Oh, search and detain. Hello, restricted.
I bet you I know what you're going for this time. I'm gonna say Sir Jaime, because he's expensive.
Let's look at the discard pile here.
Might go for that naval icon though.
We're looking for that Mel Schemes to see exactly what's gonna happen. I think we pop the naval here, or we pop Jaime.
Going for naval.
Yeah. Make him pay 4 to bring Davos back out when he has 3 gold.
It's his entire turn, being the only card he could play.
But he is going to probably play Dale, trigger for a seat. Maybe.
We'll see. Will he take more gold than he should?
Nope.
Nope.
Matt's on 3 gold.
Perfect.
Cancel.
That's when you need that river blockade.
That's right.
No seat of power, no.
But still, at best, we have 3 more gold coming in, and I think that's about it.
Yeah. Very reasonable. He can't play the best cards, but he can play some good ones.
He can play some good ones. But, I mean, the locations really tell it all, honestly.
Yeah.
You just look at your resource locations give you the ability to recur, momentum during a game, to keep the pressure on. Card draw and resources act together in that function. Matt's got more cards than me, but I've got more capability to play him. Has to pop the seat for Brightwater. Unfortunately, his best choice, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's a reasonable choice. It's still a good card, but there's no staying power there.
And you got to think, everything on my side of the board is +2 with Hammerhorn. So the ability to claim 2 or 3 in a turn is right there. All I need to do is drop a 2 claimer. Yeah, it's weird.
All right,
there is Baylor. Oh, what a pull!
That is crazy now.
With narrow escape.
Narrow escape in there. Oh, and a high heart.
Goes to high heart.
You're just being
for
mean.
Windy Valor. Oh, that is so silly.
Mean. All right, high heart. Looking.
You take a look.
Choosing. Put that event in there.
Yeah, it's like, hey.
No kissing.
We gotta look.
Gotta get rid of those naval icons too.
Fleet's worthless.
Yeah, Fleet is worthless.
And you can't pay 1 for 1 gold. That's not gonna help you out. Fire Kiss or Davos. One of the Seaworth bros. Davos.
And
who knows?
Wait for it.
I don't think he'll get a chance to play Davos.
Yeah, not with the choke mounting here.
So take his cheapest guy.
See ya. And now, into the challenges. Still with 1 card. But man, turning off all those events. Just the narrow escape alone.
Yeah.
But he has no events. None that he can play now.
Did Matt draw from that high heart?
I don't think so. He might have. He might have. I missed it if he did.
Actually, that happens more than anything else, is people not drawing off high heart.
They need to. If you discard, you got to draw.
I think he did.
Waiting for it. Leading with power. Interesting.
7 strength power.
Question is, will you do a token defense with cold hands or something?
No, I'm a deadly. Good.
Maybe you just want that Atlantis
Get Atlantis back in.
Yeah. And start discarding.
I looked a little token.
You touched it. Yeah. You're thinking about it. Oh, here it comes. Oh, there it is. Called it. Whoa, you're winning it.
Oh, yeah.
You're going for the win. And, decisively at that. Not only do you want to win, but you're going to win.
Serious win. Because we know that discarding Brightwater Man-at-Arms is not a bad thing to do. And the King's Road. Hopefully.
And the King's Road.
This dang King's Road, they're so pesky.
They really are.
We'll catch it on the other end. And oppose the entry challenge of the Lannis.
Token opposition.
Token in the sense that it wins. Thanks, Baylor.
Oh, right, Baylor. Dang, I always forget that. Thank you.
Yeah. And Stealth, Military, claim 1.
Ooh, wee.
King's Road.
Sure.
Missed it before, but got it now. And now Power is going to be 2 claim, because Hammerhorn is a boss.
I will take your power. Sitting pretty at 11 already.
Yeah.
And look
really should be at 10.
Look at the disparity in these boards. So now Matt has to Valor, right?
He can't. Yeah, he has to, but he can't. I mean, this is the situation that you get in with Greyjoy.
You're just stalling for time at this point.
I mean, the game, yeah, it's. I would say that it's well over at this point. There are no good options. Valor, I save 2. I'm going to at the gates here, I'm sure.
At the gates. Oh, man.
Just take a card. And we let it happen again.
Whoops.
Man, so many mistakes.
Mistakey doodles.
At the gates for Windy. That's going to save even more dudes. Important to know that Gosa Highheart has that learned crest to stand Windy after he saves.
It's a pretty big deal.
That's a big deal. It's a little synergy that... So those kinds of little synergies that really the tweaking process allows you to appreciate.
Kicks it up a notch. 1 notch.
Windy saves himself and stands.
Saves and stands.
Saving Balin.
Saving Balin.
Saving Baylor for no narrow escape. And saving Hammerhorn.
Got to save the hammer.
Marauders don't need him anymore.
Nope. Sayonara.
And that's what I mean. That's why this, like, just...
Look at this board now. It's ridiculous. And he's got 1 gold to play with.
Yep.
We could get that old red priest back out.
That's the, this is how this deck plays, really.
Mm-hmm. And Makoro. Just because.
Put out a save. In case we want to double Valor or something.
Why would you? Too much.
1 too many gold.
It's too much gold, Matt. He knows it. I know it. And all those other people know it too. But hey, we both know what's going on here. The game could very well be over, especially with Renown in the mix.
I mean, the game is like... There's no... I can't even think of a Hail Mary...
Unless he just, like, flops out 4 influence and then there's a Westeros bleeds out of nowhere.
Like, it would have to be before the dominance phase. I get first challenge, so he's just dead there.
Stealth.
Still 5 strength, you know?
Oh, wait, he navels.
He can navel him in, yeah.
Duh. Navels. All right, intrigue.
King's Road should be happening.
GG.
Yeah, there it is.
Well, good game, Steven. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around and talking with me about it. Thank you guys at home for listening and watching, and thank you, Matt Phillips, for getting to the finals and being a fantastic player, even though this one really turned my way. It definitely turned my way early. If you guys would like to support what we're doing here on the Team Covenant website and YouTube channel, we would love that, and we'd love to keep coming at you with more games, especially Game of Thrones games where I'm playing.
A Game of Thrones games.
These are my favorite ones.
Featuring Steven.
Grab a chapter pack, grab a subscription, grab some sleeves, grab a deck box, and just leave a comment.
Get a house card while you're at it.
Yeah, get a house card while you're at it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We're going to catch you on the next video, and we always love your support.